Greetings and salutations. And you're probably wondering where am I in the corner? I actually turned off the camera. And the reason I turned off the camera was because it kept having issues turning on, turning off, and I haven't figured out exactly how to resolve that and stop it from happening. I may just plug the camera right into my Anchor powered USB hub. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But until that point, I'm gonna run without a camera, and I'm still making hand gestures. That just shows you exactly how used to this I am. But we're gonna do some gold steak Bellaccio. Well, maybe gold steak. Better yet, I'm gonna try this purple steak. Orange steak. Correction. I'll try orange steak with abandoned deck, then I'll try gold steak if I make it. We'll see. I'm gonna do some abandoned deck. Now, I've been tinkering. Listen to me, jeez, terrible. I've been tinkering with the mid-range DK. I was mentioning that the other day, and I just looked at the camera again, like a complete buffoon. I was mentioning that the other day. I was tinkering with mid-range DK in Hearthstone. And what I came up with was a disaster. I'll have to revisit it. God, I mean, like, when I say a disaster, I'm talking like a complete abject disaster. Ooh. Ooh, I wish I could get that. That'd be good. Sure. We'll run with it. Purple seal. That's not bad. Because now I can just discard it. The devil. Sure, we'll do that. No, the reason I said I was tinkering with it is because there's a point where you almost want to play a different card. I tried to build a rainbow deck, and it didn't work. Oh, there we go. Four of a kind. That was a terrible hand. But there's just a point where... Ooh, wait. 2 pair. Yeah, we'll run that. Because I need the chips. Oh, I have to play it. Blue seal. Not bad, but not good. Frank. We'll do that instead. And then we will add the blue seal to the ace. Of course, it's going to get discarded. I tried to make it a rainbow DK deck, and it didn't work out. Ooh. Maybe I can get some money going. It's unfortunate that I didn't get the other. From the looks of things, I'm not going to win this one. 3 of a kind. It's not going to be enough. I need a Molt Joker. I could have played an extra card there, but... yeah, I'm not going to win this one. It's over. I tell you, some of these seeds is just, they're terrible. Man, I ain't kidding about it being terrible. Jeez. No, it didn't work as rainbow though. I don't know if I should try a frost DK, but that's the thing. Is I kind of wanna build it. Ooh. I'll go for the buffoon pack. Both terminal. At least this gives me malt. If I play into the clubs, I can probably see a higher round. Wow. Not if that keeps up, I won't. Okay. Thanks, game. The problem with doing... Oh, wait. I'm gonna go for the jumbo. I got an idea. The problem with doing Rainbow DK is it's not very feasible. I tried to do that because I wanted to run the quest, right? Because I thought you run the quest, you run the 4 mana spell that says resurrect your highest cost undead, and the only undead you leave as your high cost undead is your 5 mana. Every time a playing card is added to your deck, re-trigger the first card. That's a guarantee. We can run hologram. For a bit. Keep those. No, I wanted to use that thing to resurrect Tyrax, and then I wanted to use Umbra to resurrect Tyrax again, while using the 3 mana spell Welcome Home to reopen Tyrax's location. Which means it has to be a blood... It has to be, at the very least, a blood deck. Blood and Unholy. So knowing that... Ooh. I would have done that, but I don't have the money. We're gonna get some... We're just gonna try to work on some money right now. I could have put the 8 there, but whatever, I don't care. I get one more round of that, right? So instead of that, what we're going to do is we're going to have it get eaten. We're going to try to do some bit of deck fixing here. I do need 5 glass cards in my deck. So we're going to do that. We're going to start doing some justices. There we go. 1 in 7 cards get drawn face down. So we go by suit, that's a spade. So we'll discard those because I no longer have to play into clubs. That's a guaranteed diamond. I don't know what that is. If I go by rank, it could be an ace. So if that's the case, we could go ace, ace, 6, 6. There we go. What I need right now is Hiker. That's what I need. Hiker would go nuts. Buffoon pack. get another Joker here. Which one costs more? Well, you know what? We're gonna do the chips because I need them. And we'll open the Celestial. Yeah, we'll do 3 of a kind. Why not? We'll start playing into 3 of a kinds. Seems like a good plan. Hey, look, right there. Matter of fact... Almost had it. Almost had it in one hand. That'd have been great, wouldn't it? I love Riff Raff. Riff Raff with this? Ridiculous. We're gonna get rid of the hologram because it's not helping. I wanted to run it, but it's just not coming along. Justice? Judgment. Strength. Ooh. Banner. Yeah, I figured that. I figured get rid of the chips. Oh. Didn't get a single 3 of a kind, did I? Ripperoonie to me. There's a 3 of a kind. Yeah, but see, 3 of a kind does more than a full house right now. So it's better to just play a 3 of a kind. 3,600. Not bad. Not the greatest, but it's not bad. Safe. So Riff Raff's going to generate jokers, which they can then feed to the ceremonial dagger. Let's just go next round. Alright. This works for me. Start with 0 discards. Tragic. I have to play something. A handful of filth. If it gets down to it, I'll have to play the Ace of Clubs with glass. And we're there, aren't we? No break. Wait. So Fortune Teller's gonna get consumed. Reverse 3 of them to clubs. Strength. Chances 2 cards to be mult cards. Take the ace and one of the 10s. Goodbye. Hey, there it is. We'll just play those anyway. Hey, look at that. Another 3 of a kind. How about that? Ooh. Like, Hiker would get me more chips per thing. More chips per card played. Anyhow, back to what I was saying about the Death Knight. So I'm thinking, ooh, Justice. Yeah, we'll Justice the 10. Didn't want to, but we'll do it. So what am I gonna do? Ooh. I like that. So if I go here, I played 6 of them. That's 6 mult for now. We can throw Riff Raff under the bus next turn. I need more chip jokers. Ceremonial dagger's kind of going crazy. Spectral. Purple? Add 4 enhanced numbered cards. Added negative to a random joker. Neg 1 hand size. Rates a random joker. No, we're gonna do this. Negative supernova. Okay. We're gonna do this to get extra cards. Alright. Ugh. The goad. All spades are debuffed. Well, that's no fun. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 is just straight, but the flush gets me the same. But what have I played more? I played more flushes than straights, so the flush gets me more with supernova. Man, I am just playing horribly right now. If I could get Ride the Bus, that'd be great. Earn $8 played. Earn $8 if played hand triggers the boss blind. Well, that's just free money, isn't it? That'll just pay for itself. But I'm not doing that. Oh. Not the greatest thing, but you know what? If I get it online early enough, it might actually become beneficial. Then again, I have to actually draw the cards I need to get them on to get it to go and work, and it's not working. Are you serious? Well, there's high card. High card might get... There we go. Who knows? I might go with a high card build. Yeah, that's good. It's not. Something? Spades and steel. So if I was to go spades, it would be flush. But I haven't incurred the goad yet. So we'll go with the steel card for just flat, or for multiplicative mult. It'd be bad if I ran into the goad. Is this game purposely just trying to get me riled up? Bye-bye, steel card. I knew it was going to go away. They can't keep a... It's not good enough. Try 2 of these. Alright, what do we got here? Hierophant, 2 bonus cards. Tower. Star Magician. So we go... Hierophant those. And we Magician the ace and the 6? Or do we just tower the 2? We tower the 2. We tower the 2. Get rid of all the 2s. Ooh. You know what? We're doing it. I'll take a free negative joker. I'm hurting for jokers as it is. It's probably a bad idea to skip that blind, but you know what? I walk on the wild side a bit. It's fine. It's card humor, you know? Wild side, wild cards, wild. Get it? And it's ride the bus, negative ride the bus. BEA beautiful Joker. You know what though? It's sure. I'll even open the buffoon pack. 3x malt with poker hand contains a diamond, club, heart, and spade. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I could do a straight. Doesn't really help the whole full house thing, but I do a straight and I play in a flower pot, good to go. 987. Nine eight seven six five. I don't have a 8765. I have a diamond. I don't. There's a 3. There's an ace of diamonds. 98765. 2, 3. Oh wait. Ace 2, 3, 4, 5. Tuck the 3 in there for extra points. There we go. That was bad, but I mean we're working up on ride the bus. Gotta get that ride the bus right. Ooh, full house. I know that I'm trying to get the flower pot to work too, so 10987. 10987. Here's the 3 of the ace. Yep. Saw that coming. I'm not completely blind to it. Toss that in there too. Wow. 9. This is awful. Well, there's that. I think this is a mistake. Flower pot was a big mistake, come to think of it. Alright, back to the original plan. We're going for full houses. Oh, 2 4s. Probably should have gone with the world, gotten more spade cards, come to think of it. Oh, or I could just go with the flush. Here's a full house. There we go. Felt like Dr. Nawazard in there for a minute. And I need to get back on track. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to lose enough weight. Oh, wait. Don't ask me how I know about that. My mother watches my 600-pound life. Like, I see it. Like, I've watched a couple of episodes tangentially, and I say that with the utmost. How do I want to say this? Not even skepticism, but I just kind of watch it out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, okay, well there goes, bye, goodbye, ace. let's do a different deck. That deck kind of absolutely sucks a big one. I love it, but it does not love me. But I've watched it, out of, like out of the corner of my eye, right? And I see how much these people consume. And I think to myself, well, obviously there's an underlying problem there. It's usually psychological, which it ends up being in a case. A lot of them have psychological trauma, and they use food for comfort. It's a known thing. And it's no wonder these people are the size they weigh, are the size they are, right? And it is kind of an epidemic. That's kind of terrible now. And it is a bit of an epidemic to really. Oh, this both sucks. Sure. To watch them go down that road. I should have skipped that line. Come to think of it, to watch them go down that road, it's like you'd figure something along the line in their own mind would have said, "Hey, you should probably stop." Right? Like, there gets to be a point in your life where you're sitting there thinking to yourself, "Okay, time to hit the brakes." Because I've overdone it. It's like people that go out and play sports and then get injured while they're playing the sport, and then continue to play the sport while injured, and it's like, wait a minute. Are you sure about that? You know what? We're going to take the temporary blueprint. Why not? But I never understood that mentality of people that are like, going out, playing a sport, and then end up getting hurt playing said sport. It doesn't make any sense to me. Because they just, like, they're putting themselves deeper in the hole by being hurt and playing hurt. Same mentality. Ooh. Nice. If those weren't temporary, this would be an absolutely busted start. I should have put the 10 first. Doesn't matter, I just should have put it first, though. Yeah, sure. Give it to me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I look at it with a completely different viewpoint. Because somewhere in my head would have told me, "Hey, stop." It's like when I went to my nutritionist, right? I went to a nutritionist and she said, "You are gonna go basically full on keto. Very little fruits, no vegetables." Or no, sorry. Scratch that, reverse it. No fruits, absolutely no fruits. Very few vegetables. And I thought to myself, okay, no big deal. I could easily do this. And I just destroyed any chance that I had of winning that one. Anyhow. I came back home and I didn't think to myself, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that person's advice and then just throw it out the window and just do it the only way I want to do it. In no way did I do that. I put my nose to the grindstone. And I started doing exactly what they wanted me to do. Wow, that's gonna be 2 investment tags? That's gonna be awesome. I did exactly what they wanted me to. I didn't balk at it. I didn't sit there and say, "Oh, well, no, I'm not gonna do that." Blah, blah, blah. No. I sat down and I said, "You know what? I'm doing it because it's gonna change my life." Now, I haven't done any of the working out part yet. I've only done the dietary part. I haven't even started an exercise regime. And as it stands... Boy, these are terrible. Take that for econ, I guess. You know what? Because I can no longer do 10s. We're gonna do aces. Why not? Oh, of course. There we go. But no, That's not bad. I'll take that. Keep that around for now. One more. Garbage. Anyhow. I did what I had to do. Just like anybody should. Anybody should do it. Right? But a lot of people don't. A lot of people will just sit there and they'll complain about it. They'll bemoan it. And it's like, what are you doing? Just suck it up and do it anyway. Which is true. But that's what people should do. But you can't tell them. You really can't. Sorry, Blueprint. Seeing double. 2x multi-played hand has a scoring club card and a scoring club of scoring card of any other. Ooh. I like that. Spectral. Ooh, medium. Of course I got shafted on the hallucination. Medium. Trance. All single random suit. What do I want more of? Purple suit? Yeah, purple suit. No, I don't want to put it on that. I want to put it on there. There we go. I want to put it on stuff that I want to ditch. Reroll. Ugh. Reroll. Yeah, we'll go with the 2 pair. Why not? Could have been a lot better because, well, I didn't have any face cards in it. There we go. Get rid of him because he ain't helping me right now. I barely made it. I need other jokers. Oop. Joker Stancil. It do be that way, Mr. Stancil. Let's open an Arcana pack. You know what? We're gonna get some more. Why not? Death those. And then we will Hierophant those. Get some more value out of it. Chips to pair. Kinda don't want that because I'm getting 4x Bolt there. 1 in 7 cards get drawn face down. Frank. You know what? We're gonna just play them. We'll even play that card. Why not? Hey, look, it's a full house. How about that? I had no clue that it was a full house. Oh God. You know what? Perfect. That right there was called covering your assets. Because what you did is, wait a minute. Walkie-talkie gets 10 or 4.
it's Eternal. That's chips and malt. And then first played face card gives 2x malt. So if I'm correct, I go like that, then yeah. Yeah. By the way, if you didn't understand the whole Mr. Stancil joke, stencil, there was a thing was a thing on Twitter a while ago. A man named Mr. Stancil had said something completely inane and kind of bereft of thought. Yeah, we'll go to that, because that wasn't even giving me extra malt. I didn't want to get rid of the face, but you know what? I'm just going to do it. Why not? But no, he said something completely bereft of all sense. And so people started pretty much saying, as like a meme, it do be that way, Mr. Stancil. And they were making fun of the guy. I believe he was a journalist. I'm not 100% certain on that. But anyway, people say, wow, you shouldn't be saying stuff like that to journalists. Well, okay. First off, journalism has become nothing short of a joke these days. And not to sound like the Joker, but I'm tired of thinking it's not. That didn't quite make it. One more round. I played that horribly. Anyway, journalism has become a joke. Because it's pretty much... What journalism has devolved into is print a lie and then double down on it wherever, whenever. Effectively. There's no, there's no middle ground anymore for journalism. Used to be that they would just print whatever facts they could find. This one's already starting off horrible. They would print whatever facts they could find, and they would say, okay, well, here's all the facts, and then leave it up to the reader to figure it out. Leave it up to the reader to make the decision, right? That was the idea. That was the idea behind journalism back in the day. That's not the way journalism is today. Now it's... Oh, these are all terrible. Journalism is just effectively printing lies anymore. And when they do actually print the truth and you read through it, they make an over-sensationalized head article, like a header to the article, right? So the heading line is like, it could say something along the lines of, I can't even think of a headline that would be over-sensational. But you make a headline... Oh, perfect example. You know how they said they were going to cut back EBT benefits? This was a while ago. This was back in 2019, something like that. It was ages ago. Anyway, they were claiming they were going to cut EBT benefits. What it was, if people actually paid attention, was if you read the article all the way to the end, the article all the way to the end says that it's cutting it for people who did not qualify or were just not eligible, which meant people that made too much money or people that were not citizens. That's effectively how that worked. Wow, straight and flush. If I play a straight flush, I'm in. How about that? People ran with the headline and they're like, oh my goodness. They're just going to eliminate all these benefits. Well, Where on earth did you ever get that idea? Well, it says so right here. Okay, but reread the headline. They reread it, they go, okay, now read the whole thing. I read the entire article that this person sent me. It's like paragraph 4. Absolute bottom of the page. It explains the actual legislation. It explained everything that was being done. Way later. Where nobody's going to go down and read. And I'm like, that's why you have to read the entire article. I selected that spot exactly, took a screenshot of it, and sent it back to him. I said, that's why you have to read the whole article. And people don't do that anymore. They just take a look at the overly sensationalized headline, and they just run with it. And it's like, well, you can't do that, because if you do that, you'll be made a fool of. And then, of course, you run into the gray area of things like the Smith-Mundt Act. And if you don't know what the Smith-Mundt Act is, I'm going to elaborate it for you. I'm going to enlighten viewers. The Smith-Mundt Act is a piece of legislation that was drafted and codified way back in the day. Effectively, what it said was the U.S. government is not allowed to propagandize its own citizens using the U.S. media. They made it illegal. Until 2013. In 2013, somebody came into office, or was in office, and repealed a portion of the Smith-Mundt Act, which then allowed for open propagandization of the citizens. So they've been feeding everybody propaganda ever since. Seems kind of weird, doesn't it? Now, I'm not going to sit here and point fingers and be like, they did that knowingly. I'm not going to do that. Because there could have been multiple reasons for why it happened. Multiples. All I'm saying is, that should never have passed. That piece of legislation should never have hit the American people. Should never even gone that far. Because what that does is that basically makes it so that you just strength those. It basically makes it so that the government just can propagandize anybody, and it's just bad. It's bad for business. Because when the government does that, and it becomes open season on propagandizing people, what's that do? And I don't just mean to the civilian population. Like, what's that do in the long run? You start tinkering with things like that, and now you're creating a hotbed of activity. Because nobody knows what they're getting into. Nobody knows, like, they don't know what's real and what's not. Because they've been fed a line of lies. And so now they have to sort it out. Purple seals. Purple seals abound. I'll take it. And yes, propagandization does happen very, very often. You wouldn't think it, but it's very pernicious. I mean, there have been plenty of the old there have been plenty old CIA operations that used propagandization and subliminal messaging. You can find it anywhere, and of course everybody will tell you you're crazy, it's conspiracy theory, right? But credit card to buy up everything. Nah. But it's like, riddle me this, Batman. If, let's just say, off the top of our head here, that it's been open season ever since it started. Ever since that piece of legislation hit the desk. Right? Let's say it's been absolute open season on the American people, the American public. You think they notice? Do you think people are awake enough to really see it? They're probably not. They're probably sound asleep, not paying attention to anything that's going on around them. That's a shame. Because truth be told, nobody really pays attention. Now, of course, everybody's going to be like, well, you're a conspiracy theorist. That's the only reason you know. I've been called that my entire life. I mean, quite literally. Ever since I was probably 12, people have said, oh, he's just a conspiracy nut. Then it comes true. And then it's like, well, am I a conspiracy nut? Or what am I now? Because it came true, so now what? And they never really have an answer to that. They kind of sit there with a daft look on their face, like, we got it wrong, lad. But I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I failed at attempting everything. I mean, I do need to play this more, and I need to get to the deck fixing portion faster, because that's where I think where I'm making all of my mistakes. But I enjoyed it. I had fun. And I had a great chat. Started out talking about Hearthstone. Then it kind of went back and forth about other stuff. And then it kind of went off the rails and down conspiracy lane. But I like that. It's a weird trip we make. What a long, strange trip it's been. I hope everybody enjoyed this video, because I know I did. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one. And yes, I did the salute.